Yeah. What's up, my guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Yep, I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. So, guys, today I want to talk about Ksoo. Ksoo is a American rapper. You know, he's with the ATK. ATK is a music label, but also in the streets of Jacksonville. It's a gang, and Ksoo is one of its top rappers, one of its top artists, and I think it was 2020. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I think there was a diss track to one of the family members, I guess so, because apparently Ksoo's cousin had a music performance at one nightclub, and when they were leaving the nightclub, somebody shut up the car, and in the car was Ksoo's dad, his brother, I think his cousin, and another person. So what actually ended up happening is that one of them got killed in the shooting, and Ksoo's father was also in the car, and he got shot in the back. And so this other group called Six Block, also from Jacksonville, took responsibility, and one of the artists actually did a diss track, and Ksoo and ATK found this diss track very, very, what do we call it? It's like very disrespectful. So they took it upon themselves, and Ksoo actually went and killed this person. So there was 3 guys involved in the shooting, and yeah. So let's hear. I'll tell you more as it goes on.
Testimony continuing in the high-profile murder trial of Jacksonville rapper Hakeem Robinson and his cousin Leroy Whitaker. Robinson, known by the stage name Ksoo, and Whitaker are charged in the 2020 shooting death of 23-year-old Charge McCormick, also known as Little Buck. According to prosecutors, the motive involved a diss track McCormick had created about a family member killed in a drive-by.
So this McCormick is the guy who did a diss track, and I guess he's affiliated to Six Block.
The case has drawn national attention, also stirred deep tensions in the city's rapid gang communities. News4Jax reporter Brianna Brownlee has been following this trial from the beginning, and she joins us live with some breaking news that's happened recently. Brianna.
Yes, the state formally rested its case a little over an hour ago, but that was after their final witness took up most of today giving testimony.
Okay, wait, guys. So I guess they say the prosecution has rested its case, meaning the trial is coming to an end. And boy, let me tell you, things are not looking good for Ksoo, man. His dad got on the stand. His dad testified. You remember I told you when they were going to do the murder, there were actually 3 people. And of these 3 people, one was his cousin, ATK Scotty. He's also affiliated to Ace. And the other guy was Butter. Butter is a friend that they grew up together, and they've been doing things in the street together. And what ended up happening is that when the police came to arrest them, his dad and Butter, so this is Ksoo's father, and his best friend, I guess so, his childhood friend, Butter, they decided to take the stand and testify against Ksoo. So as this case is coming to an end, guys, I'm telling you, it's not looking good for Ksoo. If he's found guilty, it's a automatic life sentence. Yeah.
Now, Sergeant Christopher Smith was the lead detective on this case, and he walked the court through of what made him believe that Hakeem Robinson was a suspected shooter. Now, rap lyrics did take center stage today. However, the defense says that the prosecutor's evidence is thin, and they're confusing Jacksonville drill rap with real life.
It's Ksoo.
He's known in the rap world as Ksoo, but inside the
So you guys can actually see.
It's Ksoo.
He's known in the rap world
So this is
as
Ksoo.
Ksoo.
So this is Ksoo. I actually listened to some of his songs. So he's a drill artist, out of Jacksonville, and apparently he's the ATK shooter. He's the one who, runs up on niggas and shit. So yeah, he's done. That's my prediction. I think he's done, because once your dad steps up and says it was you, apparently there was a video that caught the murder, and his dad was asked in court, do you know who is that on the video? And his dad said, that's my son. That's game over for me.
But inside the Duval County courtroom, 26-year-old Hakeem Robinson is the man prosecutors say chased and gunned down Charles.
So as you can see this video here, yeah, this is they had like forensic guys do some like 3D modeling of the suspect, and you can see this guy here, this is ksoo, because you know his body built. So what the prosecution did is that they tried to show there were 3 people, remember? So out of the 3 people, 2 people cannot fit this build of this guy running with a gun. It's only ksoo that fits the build. And this is one of the evidence that was used against ksoo. So
Book McCormick in retaliation for this diss track made by McCormick. Willie Addison was killed in a drive-by exactly
So this guy here who's actually performing, this guy here, this is ksoo's brother. And he was killed after this show. And he was killed in the drive-by shooting where I told you there were a bunch of people in the car, his family members. His dad was shot. His brother, this guy here, was killed. One of his brothers is paralyzed for life. So it's fucking crazy, man.
Before McCormick was killed. And it's believed this line is what set the plot in motion for his murder. In this song, is believed to have led Hakeem Robinson to becoming a suspect in the murder.
Who's the artist that recorded that song?
Young and Ace.
What's the title?
Ksoo homicide.
Jacksonville Sheriff's Homicide Sergeant Christopher Smith was the lead detective on the case. He says it was also a single fingerprint on a Glock handgun that was left behind.
Okay, let me give you more context on the case. So when these guys were running from the police, ksoo hopped out. They got an accident. So ksoo hopped out and took off. Scotty and Butter ran into a woman's house and like took her hostage, kidnapped the woman, changed into the woman's clothes, into the woman's husband's clothes. Then ksoo called his dad, and that's how his dad got mixed up in the whole case, is because ksoo called his dad and told his dad to go pick Scotty and Butter. And that's how his dad actually ends up getting involved in this whole case, and that's why his dad took the stand. He claims that if he knew, he wouldn't have gone to pick them up, and so it's crazy. So when the accident happened and they took off, these niggas left their guns in the car. So some of the guns that were retrieved had fingerprints and shit. So those fingerprints the police were able to trace them to ksoo, because some of ksoo's fingerprints were in the guns in the car. So its evidence is like everywhere.
The stolen Altima, which is believed to be a getaway car from the shooting. Sergeant Smith says the rap song ksoo homicide in an Instagram post with McCormick's photo and the words bye-bye were
So this is McCormick, and you know he was the person who was actually stalked, murdered in a parking lot outside a shopping mall where he was looking for work. So this is the man here.
Consider key pieces of evidence in his investigation. But
so what's actually happening here is that these scans that they're taking right now is what they used in the 3D imaging that I just showed you. They needed to take his scans in these positions because in the video, in the dash cam that caught the murder, the guy was running and they were using stills to compare his body. So that's another evidence.
Says this case isn't about gang retaliation. It's about prosecutors misinterpreting music and turning performers into criminals.
They're still labeling these guys as gang members. These guys are not gang members. They're musicians.
I'm sorry if you're committing murders in the name of a gang. Man, it's hard to say, man, but you're a gangster.
You know, they're in the industry. This is what they do.
Whitaker Jr.'s father, who spoke exclusively with News4Jax, echoed what Robinson's defense argued in court, that lyrics and associations don't prove guilt, and fairness is all the family wants.
Posting
Bye. That could just be a reflection of him disliking the guy.
Robinson's attorney, Christopher DeCalls, pressed Sergeant Smith, arguing that disliking McCormick doesn't make Robinson the gunman.
So Robinson is ksoo, and what ksoo is actually saying, ksoo's defense is, that's not me. ksoo is saying that person who's caught in that footage running and killing the man is not me. That's what ksoo. That's what ksoo is saying. That's what ksoo is saying, and he's saying that, but everybody else is saying it's him. Even the Butter, his best friend, who was doing the drive, who was the driver during the murder, he said he saw ksoo jump out of the car, run up, and shoot the man. If the person doing the driving says that on the stand, my guy, you cooked Swiss cheese.
The question why McCormick could rap about Addison's death without being treated as a suspect, but Robinson's lyrics are used against him.
Charles McCormick, to the best of your knowledge, was he rapping about something that he was never involved in?
As far as I can say, I can't say he had any involvement in the murder.
You can't say that he had any
I'd say
involvement.
that.
So it's okay for Charles McCormick, but it's not okay for the guy that actually has the record.
So guys, let me show you his dad.
Okay. Cross-exam
This
from
is
Mr.
actually-
Whitaker.
This is ksoo's dad, and this is ksoo's dad on the stand. And I'll update you guys on what happens next, but the guy literally went on the stand and said, testified against his own son. Yet, he's been the one leading ksoo into this gang life. It just goes to show you how dirty the streets are. And that is the reality of the streets in America.
John, may I please the court?
Yes.
You look.
Let me show you Butter. So you'll see Butter walking. This is Butter. This is Butter. This is ksoo's best friend. This is the person who took the stand. See him. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Judge. Did you drive? Yes. He's because he faces life. If he doesn't cooperate, it's life. But if he cooperates, he faces like at least 20 years, Yeah. His dad too. His dad cooperated because he's afraid of getting a life sentence. The guy is 50. Like the Jacksonville Police Department is not playing around. Go testify against your son. You playing, nigga. And they said, is that your son in the video? Yes, he's my son. The police department. What's your son's name, nigga? He's Hakeem. That's the reality of the street life, my brothers. And it's everywhere. It's not only America, bro. Tee up. So, guys, I'll be updating you on, what happens in the next case. Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want me to keep posting more content,